Hello everybody, welcome to ScottyDGaming, and today we are going to be playing this Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty DLC. It's just been released. It looks amazing, but a lot of things have changed. So I've already redistributed my points, which you have to once you enter the game, but I want to show you what it's like when you do it for the first time. So we're going to load up my last save, which was the point of no return save from when we finished the game. And I'll show you exactly what happens, just so you know what to expect when you go in. And then I'll go over my build for you, and then we'll get into the story. So, these are the rewards we got for finishing the game, which looks like a pistol, caretaker spade, new assault rifle. We already had gorilla arms because I used them in my playthrough. Access token, don't know what that's for. And Miltech Berserk, which we won't be using because I'm a Netrunner. Well, I say I'm a Netrunner. Am I anymore? I'm not sure.
Hello, V. Van on the loose. It needs retrieving. Coordinates provided. Head there. Quite simple as these things go. Except, you should expect animals prowling. Likely feral. Details attached.
Mr. Hands. Victor.
Hey V, hope it's not a bad time. Some news trickled down the Ripper grapevine. Thought it might interest you.
Cut the foreplay, Vic. Spill.
Well, some in-plan soft updates just hit the streets. Completely fresh batch. Useful as hell, Rippers say. Dropped a dime to you first, because, well, I'm rooting for you, kid. I'd love to see you get ahead of the pack.
Where can I get it?
Hot tip. Thanks, Vic. Now, how might one nab this Wonder update?
From just about every Ripper dock in town, actually. So, not that much wonder at all, I'm afraid.
Oh, you can hook me up too.
Sure thing. Swing by any time.
Yeah, so that shuts off all your cyberware. Upgrade you.
V? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Whoever you are.
Good. It worked. My name is Somi. Just call me Songbird, though. I know who you are. Know your situation, your problem.
Do that on purpose.
And I can save your life.
Songbird. We've heard that name before in a completely different game out of Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, you've got my attention.
All right, Songbird. Got my full attention.
Glad to hear that. You must have questions, and I'll answer them in due course, shortly. But first, I need you to get to that swollen appendix of Night City called Dogtown.
Fine. I'm willing to risk it.
Fine. No clue what I'm stepping into, but no risk, no reward.
Thank you. I appreciate this, truly. Dogtown's main gate. Be there as soon as you can. I'll make contact again then.
Huh. This is one elaborate haze. Or a fucking lifeline.
Could be. Yeah, so that's everything what happens when you load it in the game. Now, another thing I want to show you, which I don't know if what I'm about to say is true or not, but I checked out my inventory. I've got everything that I ended the game with. We still look the same. However, we've only got the weapons, aside from Skippy, that the game gave us for completing the game. I can't remember whether I emptied my inventory out for the last mission or not, but I'm sure I had more things. I don't know if they've been removed because they're not in the game anymore. I think I had an Overtour. I normally like the Overtour pistol. It's gone from my inventory. I'm not particularly bothered, but that's just a thing to note. Right, so another thing to note is that every iconic weapon has had their perks changed. Oh, really, Dylan? Okay, now, with that being said, the only thing I did was I've been to the Ripper dock, reslotted the cyberware, which is a bit weird because when you do, actually, let's do that. I want to make sure you can see what happens. We'll go to the Ripper dock. I know where that is. There's one just here. Is you have to reslot all of your existing cyberware. Now, some of it I'm pretty sure I already had, but it recharges you money for it. I don't know if that's a thing, like every time you get a thing done at the Ripper dock, if it costs you money now, regardless if you already own the perk. I don't know. But let's go and have a look.
Watch it.
Looking for new Cyberware. Here we go. Yeah, so your Cyberware now has got a... It kind of reminds me of the anime. I forgot what the anime is called, but it was awesome. How you can, like, go past your limits and things, and it's dangerous. Face. So we're going to slot our Kuroshi. Are you sure you want to buy and install this? Yes. Pretty sure I already own it. Hands. We want our ballistics core processor. That's right. Boom. And then this system. I didn't even attempt to pronounce that. Into something system. Subdermal armor. Yep. Okay, so it's letting us slot this for free. Boom. Now. See. We had the optical camo on us at the end of last playthrough. It's okay, so even though it's got monetary value at the bottom of it, it still lets you slot it for free. Interesting. So then you can just reslot your guy. Now, what I'm going to show you now is my build, because it took me... I don't need these auto saves. Manual save 10. That's it. So I spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours to really look into the skill trees. And we've spent our points in different places. The good news is the game allows you to reset your perks. So that's good, because the skill trees are massively different. So I went with 20 reflexes, 20 technical ability, which is funny because technical ability on last patch was just for crafting if you wanted to. I don't think we had many points in there. Body I went to 15, whereas normally I would have 20, but I want to explain why I did that. And intelligence 9. We had intelligence pretty high up. We don't actually need it anymore. Even though we can still use quick axe, but obviously not to a good ability. Let's start off with body, because that's my main skill tree. So we'll start off with the main perks. Unlocks health regen in combat, which is awesome. We get plus 35 max health, plus 20% health regen bonus to all health regen effects from all sources, which is good. And we've got Adrenaline Rush mode. Basically, how Adrenaline Rush mode, how I understand it, is when we use Blood Pump, which is a healing item, we get an additional health bar. While that health bar is active, you get some certain other perks, which is going to be awesome for like tanking bullets and stuff. Perfect for getting up close with our fists and shotgun. And then the offshoots of this is extra health regen. When using Blood Pump Cyberware, you get 100% mitigation chance, which I think mitigation means for 2 seconds you only take 50% damage. And we went for plus 10 health regenerate for each nearby enemy. Now on this tree, die, die, die. That's the lass from the anime, isn't it? The shotgun lass. Minus 50% recoil, which we're not bothered about, but an increased fire rate as stamina decreases. Not bothered about that at all. But we wanted it for this, because we get plus 10% damage at level 2, and we unlock Obliterate, the ability to sometimes instantly kill and dismember enemies at low health. That's pretty cool. And increases the chance increases as enemies' health decreases. Now, like a feather, we get no movement speed penalty with shotguns, which is perfect because that's our main weapon. PK, brother, how's it going? Once again, playing the game on my list. PK, you've got to play this. I can already tell it's going to be amazing. Now, but this is the exciting thing, lads. On this side of the tree, we've got Wrecking Ball, which is for blunt weapons. But we've got the Gorilla Arms, and I've tested this out. It works on Gorilla Arms, which is amazing. At level 2, allows you to barrel into enemies while sprinting and blocking with blunt weapons, causing damage and a chance to knock them down. We're gonna wreck them. It's gonna be intense. But this one, lads, this one. Minus 50% stamina cost, good. Plus 20% attack speed, good. Press left bumper to violently slam the ground, damaging and staggering nearby enemies with a chance of knockdown. we are just going to Hulk smash people from the top ropes. John Cena from the top rope. Yes, please. Quake can also be performed from mid-air, a superhero landing. Oh yeah, it's got a cooldown of 10 seconds, which is not bad at all. We've upgraded that. When Quake is performed from mid-air, the area of effect and damage scale with how far you fall. And then, every time a Quake hits an enemy, plus 30 stamina gained. So how I think I'm going to play this, we're going to go in with shotguns. Bang, 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 bang. Now, before I mention that, firing your gun uses stamina now. So you've really got to be careful with your stamina management. But if we get low on stamina, we can switch to our fists, Hulk smash, whip out the shotgun again, cause carnage. We also get plus 15% health for each enemy hit by Quake. So if we're low on health, we can just whip out the gorilla arms, Hulk smash, and regen. So that's my idea of how things are going to play out. Not entirely sure if it will work like that in gameplay, but that's my theory craft. Now, we'll go to reflexes. I do think the reflexes tree it has to be a staple in any build, and I'll explain why, just by looking at the tree. I'll come hang out when you're playing something I'm not planning on playing. Peace, dude, have a good one. UK PK, that's no problem at all. Have a great one. Take care. Now, the faster you move, the more difficult for enemies to shoot you, which is going to be handy because we're going to be whipping about the battlefield like a rat out of a drain pipe. Allows you to reload weapons while sprinting, which I feel is essential, especially when you're using a shotgun. Allows you to shoot while sprinting, sliding and vaulting. Pretty self-explanatory. We get minus 20% stamina cost for dodging and dashing, which again is essential, and unlocks the ability to dash. Now this dash, lads, it's incredible. Wait till I show you how it works. It's insane. Allows you to shoot while dashing, which is going to be important in a second. Plus 100% mitigation chance when performing a dash, which means we're guaranteed to only take 50% damage while dashing. Although the dash doesn't last too long, it's still some extra damage resistance or mitigation. An extra 100% dash range, which is perfect for getting in there, which we need to. 40% stamina after neutralizing an enemy while dashing. So the play is dash, shotgun, reload. Dash, shotgun, reload. Minus 20% dash stamina cost, plus 20% dash speed, unlocks the ability to dash in midair. Unbelievably good. Now this gets even better. Plus 25 stamina from performing air dashes. That's going to help us keep our stamina in combat. And you also get 25 stamina from double jumps. We've got the double jump legs. Bada boom, bada bing. And air dashes do not consume stamina. This is a great way to regen stamina for a point. This is why we took this tree to level 20. Next tree. Technical ability. I feel like everybody's going to want to get to level 20 technical ability because of this perk, which I'll show you in a second. So, plus 10% to all cyberware stat modifiers and minus 20% cyberware capacity cost, which is going to help us equip more cyberware because you're limited now by your cyberware capacity bar, which you didn't have before. You could equip whatever you wanted. All cyberware gain an additional slot modifier, which basically each cyberware now has 2 modifiers on it. Plus damage, minus cooldowns, etc. With this perk you get an additional one, so we've got 3 on each of our cyberware, which I'll show you in a minute. Plus 4 cyberware capacity, so that means we can equip more cyberware for each attribute at 9 or higher. Well, we've got 4 skill trees at 9 or higher, so we're going to get an extra 12 capacity from that. Chrome Constitution, minus 5% incoming damage if all intergumatory system and skeletal cyberware slots are filled, which we have done. Again, I'll show you in a second when we go over that. Plus 10% all cyberware slot modifiers, plus 40 armor, unlocks a new cyberware slot for the skeleton, which means more armor, because skeleton gives you extra armor. Most cyberware does give you armor now since it's been removed from equipable equipment. And we've got 15% reduced cooldown for all cyberware if all available cyberware slots are filled, which I've done. This will help with using our system shutdown, which I don't think it's called system shutdown anymore, where you incapacitate an enemy with your hacks. Cyber psychosis and suicide. But this one, Allows you to exceed your cyberware capacity by up to 50 points at the cost of minus 0.5% max health. So basically, we've got an extra 50 points to spend on our cyberware capacity. However, when we do that, we're going to lose 25% health. I'm willing to risk that. I think that's a good trade-off, especially because cyberware adds so much to the gameplay. Now, I went down this bit. Now, another thing that changed in the game, which will start to make sense, is you've no longer need to collect health items or grenades. They recharge after a set time. So Glutton for War, 5% instant recharge of health items and grenades after neutralizing an enemy. So that's a 5% instant recharge. So you kill 20 enemies and it'll recharge your bar, but it recharges naturally anyway. This isn't really that interesting, but this one is. Plus 8% recharge speed for health items and grenades. Plus 1 health item charge. So now you can get 2 uses out of Blood Pump. Incredible. Actually, I think it's 3 uses out of Blood Pump because you've got 2 by default. So that's pretty incredible. And Blood Pump synergizes with our body tree because every time we use it, we get an additional health bar which gives us extra stats. Okay. Now, cool. I'm not going into cool. This tree does not interest me one bit. I think it's good for stealth. However, I'm not really interested in that. I like a more fast-paced play style. Now, intelligence. You might wonder why a Netrunner's got very little points in intelligence. It's because I don't think this tree... I don't think it's very... It's a good tree. It doesn't match up with how my character was before. I was a Netrunner by the fact that I needed the intelligence skill tree to equip Cyberdex. You don't need that anymore. So only thing I've went in here for is for the extra 35% RAM recovery rate, because our quick hacks use a lot of RAM. Reduce RAM cost the closer you are to the target. That's amazing because we're going to be in there like swimwear. And this one, just for the extra 10% RAM recovery rate. So that's it. Very little points in this. Yeah, so when I was talking about Blood Pump, when Adrenaline Rush is active, when we've got the extra health bar, we get extra 20% movement speed and 10% damage. That's the tree done. Now, Cyberware. Basically, it's the same Cyberware I've had equipped as my character as standard. I haven't changed anything other than I've added Blood Biomonitor, which automatically heals you with your equipped health item, which is the Blood Pump, when your health drops below 35%, so we don't have to worry about healing. It's going to do it automatically, as long as we've got health items. And we get an extra 40% health regen item effectiveness. Blood Pump, bada boom, bada bing, instantly restores 85 health, then regenerates 17 health per second for 6 seconds. And heal on kill, so that's going to help us to stay in the combat. Hands, pretty straightforward. Core processor, we never changed that. I've never changed the eye. Never changed the cyber deck. Self-ice automatically negates an enemy quick hack. Fantastic. Plus 6 max RAM because we need it to use our bada big quick hacks. And RAM upgrade increases RAM recovery rate by 0.17, which I don't think that's that significant, but we get an extra 2 RAM from that. Gorilla arms are standard. Skeleton just for the extra armor and health. This one's a new one, I think. Plus 30% armor, that's going to come in handy. RAM recoup. Receiving damage restores RAM equal to 0.3% of damage received, plus 1 max RAM. We'll see how that goes in combat. Atomic sensors increases movement speed proportional to enemies' detection of you outside of combat, plus 56% movement speed at 80% detection. So the only reason I slotted that in is not because I needed it or wanted it, it's because I had to have all of these things filled for one of our perks in our skill tree. Kerenzakov, obviously when you aim and dash, you get a bit of slowdown. Successful takedowns grant 20% headshot damage and 9% movement speed. I'm going for as maximum movement speed as I can. Pain Editor, minus 7% all incoming damage. We've got the optical camo as standard, which we had on our character before, and subdermal armor, which is just extra armor. Now, look. So this red thing, the skill in the technical tree allows us an extra 50 points, which has boosted us up from there to there. So we're at max 234. I don't know how to increase this at the moment, but I'm sure we'll find out. And our armor over here is 762. Right. That's everything. That's everything we've went over. So what I'm going to do is, I want to call the episode here. And when we come back, we're just going to get stuck into the story. I just wanted to give you an overview of everything that I've done, everything I've found out so far, before we get stuck into the actual Phantom Liberty DLC. Hope you enjoyed the explanation, lads. See you in the next one.